I want to talk about the Sonic 2 trailer right before we get into some pretty major news when it comes to Hocus Pocus 2. Welcome to Fantasy Films. If you're new here, I'm Kevin, and I know I didn't do a trailer reaction for the Sonic 2 trailer, which I normally would do, but I wasn't around when the trailer dropped, so I didn't. And right now, I just want to talk about some things about it because it is pretty awesome. I love this trailer. It has a ton of video game references. I mean, it's just one reference after another, and I think they absolutely knocked these references out of the park. And the first thing we're going to start with is the opening scene of this trailer where Sonic is on a rooftop in the middle of the night, I guess ready to take on some bad guys and play hero, vigilante, whatever you want to call it, but he is still young and learning the ropes, and, well, he's making a couple mistakes. But what I wanted to look at is the fact that the way they did this, it's really cool because he's tightening up his little red shoes there and even gets a chili dog as a snack right before going after him. And you know he loves his chili dogs, and I think that's an awesome reference when you can bring little things in like that. To me, it's all about those little details that make the movie special. But meanwhile, he's doing that, we got Dr. Robotnik, who has made a return, and he has a lot of video game references here as well. We have his egg-shaped spaceship, which is pretty awesome, and then once he lands, you can see that inside he's getting dressed up in his new suit, which is a lot closer looking to the video game than the last suit was. So this is even getting better and better for me. And once he comes out of the ship with his suit, you'll also see all of the buzz bombers around him. Now, obviously, in the video game, the buzz bombers are blue, and all of these are white, or maybe like a light silverish gray color. But I think they look fantastic. Again, I love the reference. Everything's just tying in really well together. I think Robotnik looks great in this photo. This is turning out to be the movie I was hoping for. And it looks like the big ticket item that Robotnik is after in this movie is the Master Emerald. Judging by some scenery and stuff in this cave that he finds the Master Emerald, this is what Longclaw has been protecting. You can see the owl in the background and a lot of references there from the first movie. So I don't know if Longclaw is still alive from the first, because we never did really see her die, and she's protecting the Master Emerald, or maybe she is dead and that's how Robotnik is able to get his hands on it. Now, we obviously don't know what kind of plan he's got for this Master Emerald or what kind of power he's going to extract from it, but I'm sure that's going to be disclosed soon enough. Now, I want to dive into Tails because we know he's making a comeback in this movie, and I say comeback loosely because he was only in the first for a couple seconds at the end, but we can see him with Sonic on that red airplane that has also been referenced from the video game. So that's pretty cool to see as well. I like, again, all these details. Now you can see them flying toward a tornado which has green lightning in it, which I can only assume is going to be powered by that Master Emerald that Robotnik is after, or maybe he's got it by now and is able to create this. Now, the favorite part of this trailer for me was Knuckles. We got a good shot of him and his voice. I was a little worried about how Idris Elba's voice was going to portray Knuckles. I wasn't sure if he's going to bring that British accent in, if he was going to change it up, but we got a shot of him and his voice fighting Sonic, and honestly, the power that Knuckles has is impressive. Check this out.
Face it. You're never going to get my power.
Do I look like I need your power?
Where are my manners? Sonic, meet Knuckles.
I love how Sonic thinks Knuckles is after his power, but Knuckles has his own power, and it seems to be even stronger than Sonic's. Now, I had this theory from the very beginning when I knew this movie was coming out, and that Knuckles was going to be working for Robotnik, which is pretty obvious from the trailer. And at some point, Knuckles and Sonic are going to be talking, and Knuckles is going to realize that Robotnik is actually the bad guy and not the good guy, which I'm sure Robotnik is convinced Knuckles that Sonic was the bad guy. But there'll be a revelation that, oh my God, maybe Robotnik was wrong, and then he'll start working on Sonic's side to take down Robotnik. I think that's pretty clear to see that's what's going to happen, but, you know, I don't want to make too many assumptions yet. Now, I didn't show the whole trailer, but I do have the entire trailer on my Instagram page. If you haven't seen it, I'm pretty sure you probably have by now. But if for some reason you haven't, you want to check it out, my Instagram link is down in the description below. Go check it out. And let me know in the comments, what do you think of the Sonic 2 trailer? Is it everything you were hoping for? My opinion, definitely is. Now let's get started on this Hocus Pocus 2 news, because we have a major update here, guys. I'm talking, this is big. Now, in our latest updates, we were talking about how Billy Butcherson was making a return. That's some pretty big news. And we even had talks of the 1600s village that was being filmed, which is now been deconstructed because all filming there is done. So that village has been deconstructed. But this was to be, I'm assuming, a flashback scene or part of the origin story where the Sanderson sisters were younger and how things developed from there. But I'm getting sidetracked here. We're talking about Billy Butcherson, who was making a return, but now there's going to be other characters. That's right, other characters making a return. Now, this is a pretty big spoiler, although it is characters. Some people may not want to know about this. If you are one of them, click off now. If you do, guess what? We have some photos of a scene being filmed in the cemetery with Billy Butcherson. And I want you to take a look at this photo. Tell me, who else does it look like is standing next to him? That looks like Danny and Allison. Danny and Allison, I swear, I'm pretty sure this is confirmation that they are making a return in Hocus Pocus 2, and I couldn't be more excited about that. But if this is true, look at Danny. She still looks like a little kid. This is supposed to be taking place, I believe, 30 years later. Why does she still look like a kid? I mean, is this also a flashback maybe? I mean, this could be another flashback, or maybe are the Sanderson sisters able of turning back time? Is this time travel? I don't want to say it's time travel because that just makes it sound really weird. Time travel in Hocus Pocus. I don't know if I should have said that. But maybe it's another flashback. But tell me that is not Danny's outfit. And that looks like Allison, which means Max could also be making a return. Now, we do have another photo here. Now, again, I get all this information from Hocus Pocus Guide on Instagram. Somebody on this site works on set for this movie. Now, this photo, they even wrote down the names. We have Billy Butcherson, we have Allison, we have Danny, and they even wrote Max over here. Now, that photo of Max is not very clear. I can't pinpoint Max at all. The other two I can see. Now, you can't see their faces very well, but everything else is clear enough that you can see Allison and Danny. Max, on the other hand, it just doesn't, I can't see it. So I don't want to confirm it, although it's written here, but the source is very reliable. So we're going to say that all three of them are making a comeback. But again, if this is taking place 30 years later, why does Danny still look like a kid? They're all wearing the same outfits as well. So this, to me, makes it look like it's going to be a flashback. I don't know. They got to be referencing something. And I'm trying to figure out what it could be. Maybe it's to fill in the gap of the story, and they're just like going to do this flashback to what happened in the graveyard during the first one. They dropped the book. Maybe they dropped something else, and they had to recover it. I don't know. Something's going on here, but we do have, obviously, the three of them back. So what do you think? What could possibly be going on here in this scene to justify Danny returning as a kid 30 years later. I say flashback. We have Allison and possibly Max. Max, again, I don't want to confirm him because we have a very fuzzy picture, but the source is good. The source has always been good. We have videos, we got pictures of this thing, and I'm very, very excited. Even if it's a flashback and they CGI the faces in, that they're making a return. So I want to know what your thoughts are on this. Are you excited to see the three of them come back? Could you do without it and you were hoping just to move on with a whole different storyline? I mean, what do you think? We are definitely going to have more updates, and I'm assuming they're going to be rather soon. So keep an eye on this channel. Definitely hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Oh, and please drop a like on the video. I would greatly appreciate if you would do that for me. Helps me out a lot in YouTube algorithm. But that being said, I'm Kevin, and I'll see you at the concession stands.